For those of you that want a super easy to install dashcam with an OEM look, Fitcamx is a fantastic option. To order, we simply sent Fitcamx these photos for our 2013 Honda Odyssey Touring Elite, and they sent us everything we needed. Although you will not find a plug-and-play wiring option for this specific vehicle on the website, reviewing the photos, they were able to provide us a great solution. If you want to order one, you can get 8% off using the coupon code in the description. Inside we found 2 boxes, one for the accessories and one for the dashcam, and a detailed user manual, which provides important notice information, package contents and a product overview, and an installation guide. There are also QR codes to download fuse box wiring or OBD cable wiring instructions. We did not get a rear view camera, but if you did, there are wiring instructions, along with a QR code to download the app. The remaining pages guide you through the functionality of the app, show you how to view videos on your computer, and answers frequently asked questions. Moving on to the boxes, we first open the dash cam box. The dash cam that Fitcamx decided was best for our Odyssey is the Universal Model A version, which has 4K recording resolution. We immediately see there is a 3M adhesive used to mount the cam to the windshield. The camera lens, protected by a blue peel-off film. On the side, there is the power button, a camera button, the microphone, LED light, and reset hole. Flipping to the other side, you will find the SD card slot, with the included SD card already inserted and ready to go. This is another great bonus, as the 64GB card is large enough to store 5 to 6 hours of video right out of the box. The minimalist design of the camera is made to blend in seamlessly with the existing mirror mount, and the 2 sides enclosing the cable are extendable so that the wire can be hidden all the way to the headliner. Overall, we found it to be a well thought out design, especially for a universal dash cam that would fit many other vehicles. Moving on to the accessories box, we open it up and empty the contents. Inside, we find a number of items. First is an SD card reader. It is conveniently included so you can download and watch videos on your computer, supporting both USB-C and USB-A ports. Next is the specific Y connector we requested for our 2013 Honda Odyssey Touring Elite. It connects directly to our mirror, providing plug-and-play installation, and once installed, it supplies power through the thinner cable, which connects to the dashcam. The final accessory provided is a plastic pry tool. This tool helps with your install and is used to pry off plastic parts or open your headliner, so you can hide your wires. The one last thing we want to show is the adhesive actually secures your dashcam on the windshield using a plastic mount. Once mounted, you can easily remove or remount your camera by just sliding it on or off. With each camera, if it is built specifically for your vehicle, you can scan a QR code on the user manual, and it will immediately take you to a video on how to install it. We are actually going to do an even easier variation, where we don't have to remove the overhead lamp, so let's get started. Okay, here is the area where we are going to install this dashcam. It is designed to sit right in front of the rear view mirror, blending in with the black plastic and wire already there. We did have our Easy Pass installed in that area, so we had to remove it, along with the adhesive strips, and move it to a different location. Unlike traditional dash cams that can be mounted in any location, Fitcamx designs their dash cams to look like they are part of the original equipment integrated with the rest of the car. In addition, this location puts the camera out of the driver's line of sight for enhanced safety. In the next step, we turn the mirror to access the wire running to the back of it, and unlatch the rear view mirror wire by pressing down on the locking tab and pulling it out. This connector feeds the auto-dimming mirror, and the Fitcamx harness easily connects between the factory plug and the mirror, drawing just enough power for the camera without affecting mirror function. Once connected, you just plug in the dash cam wire to power it up. The last steps are to stick the camera on the windshield and hide the wires in the headliner. Installation is that simple. For newer model Odysseys 2014 and on, Fitcamx has specific harnesses that will completely hide inside the overhead console for a super clean install. We tore that open as well in our 2013 Odyssey, so you don't have to. There is no compatible connector in there, so you can save yourself the step. So, let's go ahead and just complete our install by hiding these wires and mounting the dash cam. We use the included pry tool to remove the plastic rear view mirror wire cover. This allows us to access the original wire, connected with the Fitcamx, and stuff everything up into the headliner during the camera mounting process. With the plastic cover removed, and everything connected, it is easy to just stuff all of the wires up into the headliner. The headliner is flexible enough to get your fingers into, to hide all of the wiring for a clean look. With the bulk of the wires in the headliner, we then just make sure the dash cam power cord is enclosed in one of the side channels, and put the dash cam up against the windshield to make sure everything fits well. As you can see, the entire install process is plug and play, and can be done in less than 10 minutes, using just the pry tool. Once everything looks good, the next step is to use the 3M adhesive to securely mount the camera in place. So, we remove the plastic backing from the adhesive to prepare it for mounting. Before sticking it on, you should ensure you have cleaned that area thoroughly, using isopropyl alcohol and a clean microfiber cloth. With the backing off, we align the camera where we want it to be mounted, and then stick it in place. You should apply firm, even pressure across the bracket for 30 to 60 seconds to securely bond the adhesive, but in this video, we will move on to just cleaning up the install. We make sure all of the exposed wires are as short as possible, and then put the rear view mirror wire cover back in place to cover the original mirror wire. And that is it. The installation is complete. Even with the wire harness exposed, you can see the integration with the OEM trim is quite clean. If you have the tools available, you can make this install even cleaner by enclosing the entire wire harness in heat shrink tubing. To do this, we removed the harness from the dash cam and mirror, sliding it into a piece of tubing that we cut to the correct length. Then we merely reconnect the connectors of the mirror wire and dash cam wire to the harness. Ensuring the tube covers all of the wiring, we then connect the other end of the harness back into the rear view mirror. With everything back in place, we use a heat gun to shrink the heat tubing so it is tight against all of the wiring. Again, it is not necessary, but we did this step in order to give everything a factory quality finish. Once complete, we were pretty happy with the results. Sleeving the wires also provides an extra layer of protection against heat or strain. With everything installed, let's now go through the app and give this dash cam a full test. We download and install the app from the App Store, and once complete, we click on the Open button. With the app open, we click on the Add Camera button. We then click on Next, and then choose Connect to Fitcamx, since the camera is already powered on and recording, indicated by its flashing blue light. The camera has its own private Wi-Fi network, so the next step is to connect the phone to it. The network starts with the words car cam, and the default password is 123456778. Once you get everything set up, you should change the password using the app, so others cannot access the camera by using the default login info. Swiping back to the Fitcamx app, we allow it to find devices on local networks, and for some reason it had us go through the same process of adding a camera. But eventually, when we went back to the app, as we were already on the camera Wi-Fi, it completed the connection to the camera, and a live feed appeared in the app. We actually forgot to remove the blue protective film from the lens, so we do that, and now we can see the live view of the camera. To see a full screen view, we just rotate the phone. The video icon stops and starts the recording, and the LED turns to flashing red when not recording. When we restart, it returns to flashing blue. Pressing on the camera icon takes a picture and saves it to the app. In portrait mode, the two buttons are under the feed, and the app indicates when recording is paused on the screen. The 4K resolution sensor is capable of capturing incredibly fine details, which is a significant upgrade over standard 1080p units. Clicking on Camera Files takes us to all of the files saved to the SD card. You can see all of the video files, snapshots, locked files, or parking files. Clicking on one of the files allows you to view it, and if desired, you can click on Download to download the file from the SD card straight to your phone. Other options allow you to share the video, take a screenshot, edit the video, save it to your photo album, or delete it. Overall, we found the app to be intuitive, with just the right number of features to provide you everything you need without being too complex. Finally, let's take a look at the camera settings. Here, you can also turn on audio recording, set the recording resolution, set the length of the loop recording segments, set the camera exposure, turn timestamp on or off, set up driving collision sensitivity, turn on parking monitoring, change Wi-Fi settings, and more. While the SD card is easily accessible for quick swaps from the side of the cam, we appreciated the convenience of being able to view or download footage from the SD card without having to remove it. Back on the first screen of the app, choosing More allows you to change the app settings. This includes language and date format. The next option is to submit a log if you run into any issues that you need support for. And the final option provides you customer support contact info. And that is a quick run through of the app. To wrap things up, we drove around for a while, and now we can take a look at some actual road footage. The 4K resolution immediately stands out, as you can clearly see the texture of the asphalt, the trees and houses, and even license plates from a distance, with decent clarity. Even at higher speeds, the motion blur is minimal. The image doesn't wash out when facing the sun, and the darker areas of the frame remain detailed enough to see roadside hazards or pedestrians. In addition, you can easily take snapshots of specific frames. You can also easily swipe to navigate to different points in the video. The color reproduction is natural, avoiding oversaturation, and the wide-angle lens captures everything from pillar to pillar. Overall, we highly recommend this dash cam for anyone who values their car's interior design, but doesn't want to sacrifice high-end 4K recording capabilities. It is a reliable, high-performance piece of technology that integrates so well, you will quickly forget it wasn't installed when the car was built. Don't forget to check the video description for an exclusive 8% discount code to use on your next Fitcamx purchase and save on this high-end upgrade.